Hello, everyone. In this session, I'm going to teach you how to set up Solana prerequisites in both Windows and macOS. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the default system for your education, the School of Management, is a Windows laptop. Especially there's so many other instructors that they develop their materials over such ecosystem. So in case you want to purchase a new laptop, I strongly recommend to have a Windows laptop. I had my endeavor to find some steps for the people who might have Mac laptops, so they could enjoy creating coins and maybe NFTs through the Solana network. And if you might remember last class, I said the class is online because I didn't have any Mac laptop to help you guys. And more importantly, most of you had a Mac laptop. So I decided to try to help you and let you know how to have such a ecosystem of Solana development on your Mac laptop. So it's just in case, again, just in case you want to have a new purchase, I strongly recommend to buy a Windows laptop. Especially for these people who are pursuing Master of Business Analytics. There is some courses that you might suffer a lot if you don't have a Windows laptop, but we also have labs in the School of Management and also university. Maybe for some courses, those labs could be helpful, but again, having those softwares on your laptop has a privilege and makes your life much easier. Anyway, so first, now I'm going for a Windows laptop, and as you see, there is some comments here. I provide a comment over Moodle, so in case you want just do on your laptop, you can just copy and paste. I might provide some hints and some helps over PowerPoint, but I do not recommend to copy and paste from PowerPoint. The issue is some you might have different languages as your laptop default language, and also might be some font issue. But if you copy and paste from text file, you may not have that issue. Anyway, so let's first start doing for Windows. So on your command prompt, just search CMD and run as administrator. First, try to update wsl.exe. You copy from here over CMD. See if it's okay. So I just should copy the second part. So to see. So the first command was for updating your WS. If it doesn't run on your system, please check if the WS is installed in your laptop. And you might do your own research how to basically have WS on your system. So second, copy from here and ws.exe install Ubuntu. So as a summary, so the Solana prerequisite is developed for a Linux system. So if you're using Windows, you might have some issues, but if you just do everything over a Linux, we may not face those issues. So you have two options. One is installing Ubuntu on your laptop, which might take a lot of time and may not be comfortable for many of you. The second, installing Ubuntu as a subsystem for Windows, which is doing use it through WSL. I think it stands for Windows subsystem, sub Linux, something like that. Anyway, yeah, Windows subsystem for Linux. So what we do, we basically enjoy comfortance of working with Windows, but we also use Linux engine. So as you see here, I'm my system is downloading Ubuntu, and as you see here, it asks me to reboot to have it as effective. So I may have to reboot my system. So after that, Ubuntu would be available for my Windows. So what I do, I just go over my Windows icon, and over power, I just restart my Windows. So as you see here, after rebooting my system, Ubuntu is getting installed on my system. It might take a few minutes. So you just wait for finalizing the Ubuntu installation. The installation speed depends on your internet speed and also your computer speed, but I assume it shouldn't take too much time. Okay, so here I need to enter a Unix username. I'll just provide my first name and password. You don't see your password here, but just put any password that you are more comfortable with, and here you need to repeat it. Now I'm inside my Ubuntu Linux, and I can do coding through Ubuntu. This is a very good version of Linux. The point is, this is its community is very strong. So anytime you have issues, there's a good examples of tutorials and basically people who had the similar issues and they solved their problems. So yeah, since it has a good community, it's the version that usually I consider for my development over Linux ecosystem. Having said that, let's do the remaining of codes for installing prerequisites of Solana development within your Ubuntu Linux that you have inside your Windows. So first, we do sudo apt-get install cur. This is a Linux package that helps you for downloading from internet. So right-click, paste, and enter. I have to provide my password again. Then we download and install NVM for Linux. Copy, paste here, enter. Okay, now you have to restart your Ubuntu terminal. So I close it here. And here I search for Ubuntu. So we check if NVM installed, so command -v NVM. So if here you see NVM, it just means you installed correctly. Now we need to install Node.js. Okay, so then let's install Rust. Rust is a development programming language for Solana. Again, it's another reason I'm a fan of Solana. So Rust is a general programming language, so it helps you to connect with other development environment pretty easy. So let's install. So here it's asking me if I want to do installation, press the default. So I press 1, enter. Look at the last command. It said to configure your current shell, run source home cargo env. And same, I put same here over your text file too. So I select this part. Control C, Control V. Yep. So let's say if it's installed on my system, so I copy Rust-up -- version, right click, paste. So This is my Rust version. This is my Rusty version. I don't have to do Rusty dash version because I already see that it's version. Here, I'm also checking if cargo installed correctly. Okay, it's there too. So here at this command, I'm downloading some packages and codes from Solana.com. It's the main development files that you need. Again, since Solana is developed over Rust, so first we installed Rust, and then we went to basically Solana.com and install its development toolkits. Right-click, copy, paste. Okay, look at the last command prompt said, close and reopen your terminal to apply the path change or run the following in your existing shell. So basically, if you close and reopen, you can have this address to be recorded in your path variable. Basically, when you run any code, either in Windows or Linux or almost all the operating software, your OS or operating system is not too much smart. So you should have to provide the address to your file or program. So here, I'm just saying that, okay, whenever I do something in Solana, search this address and find the associated file. If I don't do that, my Linux never can find the Solana or some other program that I just installed. For being safe, I do both. So I copy here, Ctrl+C, paste it here. By the way, I provide the same command on your text file too, but just keep in mind, you should have something very similar except for Hamid here. So look at the address, path equal home Hamid. This is my Linux username that I just show you how I recorded for my Ubuntu. So instead of Hamid, you might have different username. So this part of your address might be different, the rest should be same. Again, for being safe, I'm just close and reopen my Ubuntu again. Let's just close. And open my search bar, I'm searching for Ubuntu. So for being sure if it's went through, I type echo $path. So look at the first line. Hamid local share Solana install active release bin. This is the first line. It show me the address I just saved in this my path environment variable. So I'm pretty sure that my system can find Solana because it knows its address. So let's just copy and paste. Let me put this command here. Okay, so copy Solana dash version. So Solana is installed. So let's do some config here. I set this configuration. My local host is the host that my Solana developer will run over that. So now let's check if this Solana test validator could run on your system. So I copy Solana test validator, paste here, run. So it's running here. It seems it's working well. So you can just see if it's working. It seems that all the configurations by now should be fine. So you can just simply just close it or just stop it. How do you stop? Just press Ctrl and C, and you can stop the test validator. So we have some other extra tools that helps us to do development over Solana. One of them is Mocha. So let's just install Mocha too. So I select npm install gmocha, paste it in here, enter. So we can install Yarn, just helps you for deployment of your project. Ctrl C, paste it in here. Okay, so we have some other remaining tools to be installed. So first we can update our apt-get, so which is for installing packages. So let me just copy and paste one by one to the apt-get update. Paste it here. I need to provide my password, enter. And it's updating my apt-get. You can upgrade it to asking me, so do you want to continue? I would say yes. So here you should type Y, just means you want to continue this installation. Press enter. And the next one is install libssl on your system. So sudo apt-get install y package config and the remaining. So copy from here, want to right click paste. So then we install Anchor. This is one of the main tools that helps us to do development over Solana. So cargo install git and for GitHub of Anchor. So right click, select, paste here. Again, it depends on your system. It might take up to like 5 minutes. Okay, so Anchor is installed. So let's see if it went through. So I copy and paste npm Anchor version to see if it's Anchor is installed successfully. Yes, my Anchor version is 8.11. So I just run a test project to see everything looks good. So what I do, I just simply do Anchor init test project JavaScript. So as you see, ROS, JavaScript, and Solana is kind of intertwined with each other. We need them here and there. So with Anchor init test project, I'm just doing a sample test project using Anchor. So right-click, copy, paste. And you can go inside your project. So with CD test project, I can go inside of it. And maybe do ls. So ls stands for list. So I can see list of files and folders within Linux. Yeah. So here there's some random code. So like creating a new wallet, Solana keygen new. So it creates a public key. Ask me to provide a passphrase. You can just press enter, or you can have a passphrase, but it's unnecessary. So I press enter. So this is my public key. So we have some experiment before, so you can use it to send tokens and receive tokens, something similar. If you can save it somewhere, copy and paste, or if next time you want to find your public key, you can just do this command, Solana address. So this is the address of my public key. There's a typo here. I should put where there's a H needed here, but anyway. So with Solana get config, I can see the address of my key. So it's in home config Solana ID JSON. This is the location that my public key is recorded. So let's test the Anchor. It helps us to do the final setups and checking everything looks good. So as you see here, uh, Anchor first installed its prerequisites and then test our project. We haven't done anything here, so we shouldn't have any error. We just initialize a sample project, which is the name of test project. And when we get one passing, means everything is fine. Okay, so please do installation for the next class. Again, if you have extra issues, please find me in my office hours or just in the next class, early in the next class, I just see if you guys have some issues. But most of the time you have issues. Since Solana, Ubuntu, and Windows and MacBook, all of them has good communities. You search your problem, your error message, you can easily find and fix it. Anyway, in next video, I'm going to show you the beginning of installation for the Mac ecosystem. But again, I don't have a Mac. I have to get one, and that Mac was very old, so I couldn't install the latest ecosystem for Mac. But I've installed the first ones, which is very same for every Macs. And also I put the instructions. So if you're a Mac user, please do the beginning and the remaining, you can just follow the instructions. And it's very similar to Ubuntu, which I did in here. Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to install prerequisites of Solana environment. As you might remember, the previous class, most of you couldn't follow me, because almost all of you had a MacBook laptop, which it led me to decide to make this class online. So they have two different sessions. One's for installing Solana over Windows laptop, which is the standard laptop system for School of Management. Please just consider the fact that in many of your courses, you need to do some softwares, and the teaching is based on Windows operating system. If you are going to buy a new laptop, I strongly recommend to buy a Windows laptop. Otherwise, you might have some difficulties in some of your courses. Anyway, I provide some instructions for installing Solana through your PowerPoint file, but since some of you might have different languages as your default Windows language or like Mac language, and also you might have some issues with the font, so I recommend to just copy and paste from this text file. So it's font free, and usually you don't face any typo or any other issues. Anyway, so please open Solana Mac setup.txt. This one is a file that's already provided through your model. Okay, first copy the first line. So we are going to install Rust over Mac. Copy, then open a terminal. And as you've seen here, just right click and paste and press enter. Depending on your internet and computer speed, it might take like a few minutes to install, up to like 5 to 10 minutes. So it gave me some options for installing. I'm proceeding with the default installation, and then here I type 1 and press enter.
In order to complete the installation, you need to close the terminal and open it again. So I close from here and open it again. I'm checking raw stop. So to see if it's installed, right click, paste, enter. So as you see, I have Rust version. I also Rusty. You don't have to check the Rusty version because it will install over terminal. So select cargo dash version. Paste. Cargo is installed there too. You might remember we talked about Rust programming language before. This is the default programming language of Solana blockchain. You don't have to be professional and know previous knowledge about Rust for this course, but if you want to be a Solana developer, you need to learn more about Rust. There's so many online courses that you can take and improve your knowledge for Rust development. Anyway, so let's install Solana. So here I select Solana, copy, and paste on terminal. Press enter.
So as you see here, it's going to download the 104 megabytes of data from Solana. It might take up to 5 minutes to finalize Solana installation in your system. As you see here, after finalizing the installation, it asks me to close and reopen the terminal, or for running the following code, export path and setting up in my system. I'm running the following command. So right click, copy, and paste it here. Also, we can close and open terminal again. So I'm closing and opening here. So let's see if the address is implemented in my path environment variable. So I'm copy echo path from here, paste it here. So as you see here, it's implemented, but let's say for some of you, it may not stay on your system. So what can you do? You basically can send it to your address permanently. So let me show it to you. So user Hamid Solana release bean. So, but how to do that? So if you do echo path, it won't stay there. So, and you cannot see it, or maybe you restart your system, you cannot see it. That in that case, select nano.zshrc, copy from here, and terminal, paste it in here. So here, as you see, I have this command, export path, and my user local share Solana. I put the address on my system on Notepad too. In case this part is empty and you don't have your Solana address here, just look, see. So from your text file, select, copy, come here, paste. After you pasting, press Ctrl X on your laptop, and it might ask you to save it, and you should say yes. I didn't change anything, but let me just open and do it again for you guys to see how it could be implemented. So in here, I go to the end of the address. And delete it because I want you guys see how it works. So first time you open, you do nano ZSHRC, you see empty page. Come here on your notepad, change the address here. So after users is Hamid Ahadi, is my first and last name. You can change it to your address on your system. So instead of this username, Hamid Ahadi, you might have different username. So anyway, copy from here, paste. So press Ctrl X. It asks me to save it. You click Y, which means yes, and press Enter. Now, the address should be implemented in your system. So, but what is this path and environment variable? So we have equivalent in Windows, which name is environment variable. It's basically when you want to run a new program, which is not the Windows or Mac default program, your computer doesn't know where it is unless the address is in your path environment. So for some softwares, the address would be implemented directly, but for some other softwares, you have to implement or put the address by yourself, which we did it here. Anyway, so next is just checking the Solana version. Select, copy, paste in here, enter. This is my Solana version. Now we do some Solana config here. So first for config of the local host. And second, just Solana config get. It seems everything looks fine for me. So the remaining of installation of Solana prerequisites for the Mac is very similar to Windows. The reason I haven't continued with the Mac ecosystem on MacBook laptop, because my MacBook was very old, the one that I have. I couldn't install the latest version of Mac OS. Since I don't have the latest version, I have to go to the older versions, which would be different from your friends who are using Windows laptop. So I couldn't do that. And I couldn't also update my Mac OS because my MacBook was very old. So if you have followed the installation so far for a MacBook, so you can watch the last 2 or 3 minutes of Solana ecosystem setup for the Windows laptops. Basically, they're exactly the same. Again, please do it for the next class so everyone can follow Solana development together, either if you use a Mac laptop or even a Windows laptop. Both should be the same. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. In this part of the course, I want to teach you how to create NFTs. I mean, the image-based NFTs, which you can do it by Python code. Basically, we do random created NFTs, and we post them over an NFT marketplace, and maybe you can sell it over there and make some money. Just take it into considerations that I'm not sure about your citizenship, residency status, or visa status. This is not for trading NFTs, just we are looking the artistic part and coding part. So please communicate with your international office or any lawyer to see if you can do such a things. But we can learn how to be artists, how to create NFTs, and then if it's circumstances allow, you can create and sell your own NFTs. So our focus for this class is to coding or technical part and also the art part of creating NFTs. So there are some online and offline tools. For example, Windows Paint, Pixel Art, Pixel Maker, Make Pixel, and even Pixlr.com. So the last one is basically something like online Photoshop. Windows Paint, you can do it for creating on your own Windows laptop, and I think there should be something equivalent in Mac too. But for today, I'm picking an online tool, which there is no limitation if you are a Mac user or Windows user. Having said that, let's just pick the first one, which is pixelart.com. This is the website. So you can create an account. I already created one. Or we can just connect with your Google, Facebook, and other accounts that you might have. This is my previous picture that I draw. So you don't have to make an account. I click Start Drawing. And let's just go with the new drawing. I'm by default pick for me 100 by 100. So just let's do this pixel size. So 100 width and 100 height. So today, I'm going to show you how to draw a happy face. And this happy face has some components. So we provide some option for each component, for example, different facial features such as different hair colors, eye colors, so on and so forth. And then just let Python pick some random NFTs for us based on the different options that it has. So let's say I have, let me just show you PowerPoint. So let's say you have 10 different eyes, 10 different types ears, maybe 10 different types of hair style. Even the three features, you have 1,000 options of different faces. So we are not just, you can create all of them, but we just want to randomly pick some arts and just select them for our collection. So here I don't just provide so many options. Our options are limited. So later on the code, I'm just showing you that our options are the background, face, ear, eyes, nose, mouth, and other parts. Let's just do it one by one. So first of all, I want to draw my face. I'm sorry. So this is the, I picked this circle. Maybe this looks good to me. If it's too narrow, you can just redo it with different pixel size. I'm just selecting 2 pixels as a width, not just one. I can erase my previous one. I can even increase the size of my razor. Okay. So let's pick the circle and the size to be 2. Yeah, that sounds better to me. And with this move tool, you can move this outline of the face to any part of the page that you like. Here on the right side, I duplicate this layer. So one of them, let me just double click and rename it to face. With the other one, I change it to background. In the background, you don't have the face or face part, so you can just basically delete. So let's see what happens. Now I have 2 layers. One layer just has background and the one outline of the face. Here on the left, there is a visible button. If I click it, that layer will be disappear. So now, if you see the light near the background layer is on, it just means now it's just working with the background. Okay, so I can color my background. So for coloring, maybe one background could be white. So on the right side, I'm selecting white and just change my background to white. And in the file, I select export download. And I want to download as a PNG. And just select the background part. So download. Let's just save it. If I click on this, you can see it just downloaded a white page for me. If you want, let's have 2 more colors as a background. Again, on the palette, I am selecting maybe this color. I select a bucket tool, and on the middle of the page, I just draw my background picture. I mean, background color. So file, export download, and again, download PNG. Do you want no? And let's select different color. Maybe this color. Just this. Again, I go to File, Export Download, and Download PNG. Let me go to my download folder. Actually, it happened. I think 1 and 2 are just repeated. So I delete one of them. I have 3 options for my background. I can just rename them to EHGR1. The second EHGR2. And the third one, EHGR3. So let me show it as a large icon. So look at GR1, 2, and 3. So 3 background colors. Okay, let's just deactivate the background one and just activate the face. So it could be one type of face. Let me click on face and then go at the bottom and click duplicate layer. So I have 2 face, and maybe again I duplicate 3 times. So I have 3 different types of face. Let's just maybe rename this one face 1. phase 2 and phase 3. Okay, for phase 1, maybe this color should be fine. For phase 2, maybe let me just rename it. So, I mean, recolor it. So maybe instead of brown, here I pick black. So on the palette section, I select black, then I pick the bucket tool, and then I go to phase 2. Let me deactivate phase 2 and 3. So, okay, now phase 2 is black, and you see the outline of the black. For phase 3, let me just deactivate phase 2 and activate phase 3, and change color maybe to, let's say, like green. And take the bucket, I click on this phase outline and make it green. So let's just save one. I deactivate the phase 3, select the phase 1. I'll go to File, Export, Download, and Download PNG. Then deactivate this one. I deactivate phase 2. File, Export, Download, Download PNG. Activate this one. Select first. Select phase 3. Go to File, Export, Download, Download PNG. Let's go to my download folder. So now I have 3 different phase outline. So I named this one phase 1, this one phase 2, and this one phase 3. Okay, let's pick eyes. So for eyes, I'm picking Sika. Pixel size 2 is enough. Let me just put in new layer. So, okay, I just redo. Here I go to add layer, and I add a new layer, layer 4. Rename it to maybe eyes. Then I select SQL. I select the color. Let's just pick black, and I draw a circle to resemble eyes. And one here too. So you can go to File. So let me deactivate phase 3. Just have eyes layer. Go to File, Export, Download, and download one. Yeah, pick bucket. Maybe change the color, eyes color to blue. So then I go to File, Export, Download, Download PNG. And maybe let's pick a brown for the eye. Pick this brown. Select bucket tool. Go to your eyes. Change the color, and File, Export, Download. Click on that. Let me go over my download folder. So let's rename this eyes. So this is now the generic name. So I change it to I1. Second, I2. And third one, I3. Okay. Let's select nose. For being able to see in a better way, I also activate one of the face. Then I select again Circle tool and draw the nose. Okay, seems good to me for now. So I can delete eyes, but let me redo again for each facial feature. I'm going to make a new layer. So let me just delete that one. On the right side, I select an add layer, layer 5, and I just rename it to nose. I select circle tool and draw my nose. Maybe this should be fine. So let me go to File, Export, Download. Download first one. Then maybe I can select different color. So I select bucket. Maybe instead of brown, I pick black and paint the nose as black. Let me look at the download form. Look at download. It just instead of just nose, it's just download everything. So let me just delete this one. I redo. So I did select face and eye, just nose. I go to File, Export, Download, and download PNG. Let me go to my download folder. If you look at here, now I have just one download for nose. So now I pick the bucket, select black on the right, and change the color to black. I go File, Export, Download, and just download PNG. And just let's pick another one. So maybe this color. I select bucket and change the nose color to this color. I go to File, Export, Download, and download PNG. Again, if I go to my download folder, I see the generic names. So I just change them to nose 1, nose 2, and nose 3. Nose 1, nose 2, and nose 3. Okay, so let me activate eyes and face. Now the next part is the ear. So let's add a new layer. I rename it to ears. I select circle and draw 2 noses, 2 ears, sorry. So first ear, second ear. If I don't like it, so I can draw it again, so I can redo. Okay, sounds good. Let me deactivate the other features. Now just ears, and I go to File, Download, PNG. Let's change color to black. And select bucket, and I set everything to black. File, Export, Download, and download PNG. Let's pick the last color, maybe brown. I select bucket, change colors to brown, and File, Export, Download, download PNG. Again, I go to my download folder. Year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay, so let's bring back one of the face and maybe eyes. Now I want to draw hair. So for the hair, I'm picking pencil. And let's just, I think brown for the first is good. So I need to make a new layer for hair. And let me just rename it as hair. Sorry if my painting is not that much great, but I think you are more artistic than me. Maybe you can draw best pictures. So this is the, let's have it as a first hair. Active the other layers, just hair, file, export, download. Maybe I can change color. I select bucket, and maybe it's just a black. File, export, download PNG. Let's have yellow. Download PNG. If I go to my download folder, I have two different hair. So I name it hair 1, hair 2, and hair 3. Let's just activate other features, nose, eyes, and face. Okay. The next part could be mouth. So let me add a new layer, layer 8, and I rename it to mouth. Let's just use pencil and maybe difference to maybe 4. Let's just draw the first mouth. So let's have the maybe red should. Okay, let's just select bucket and change it to red. I deactivate the other layers, just mouth, and file, export, download PNG. Maybe let's have it a little brownish. This color, I select bucket and change the color. File, download, export, download PNG. Let's have a, like a, can call maybe orange. So select bucket, select orange, select your lips. File, export, download. Let me go to my download folder. So I renamed them as mouth 1, mouth 2, and mouth 3. Okay, so let's have some extra features or other features. I bring back hair, ears, nose, eyes, and maybe one random face. So let's me just go here at the layer and just name it other. And maybe one could be a random dot on the face. I select maybe color of black here, dot. So can deactivate the other layers and just save it. Download first one. Maybe I can bring the face back. nose and eyes. Let me just delete this feature. Maybe I can add some funny mustache. So let me just change it to maybe 2. Again, I deactivate the remainder because I just want to save the mustache. File, export, download this one. I bring the remaining because I want to see how it looks. Let me just delete the mustache. As you see, since I'm working on the other layer, when I take my eraser, it just erases mustache. It doesn't erase the other features. So what else? Maybe we can have a pipe. Let me see if we can draw a good pipe or not. My drawing is not that much great. Let me just use eraser to delete this part. With this. Create the paint one. Opacity to maybe 0.3. The speed and maybe the size to 12. Oh, it's too much. So let me just go back. Instead of 12, maybe I put 5. And opacity maybe 0.2. Let's just draw it. Oh, it's still too much. Let me go back. The speed maybe 3. Size maybe 3. Opacity 1. Okay, now it's more look like a smoke. So let me deactivate mouse, ears, and face, and I just want to record this pipe. File, export, download PNG. And I go to my download folder and just rename it as other. So other 1, other 2, and other 3. Okay. So the next part, I want to use them in Python and just create some random NFTs using the features that I created. So we have background, face, eye, nose, ear, hair, mouth, and other. 7 features and each 3 combinations. So if you just put 3 raise times 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, So we might, the overall combinations is 2187. You can create all of the combinations to see which one looks better. But I just want to basically create 100 random pictures out of these numbers and then see which one looks better for NFT. So basically here we have 2187 combinations of the happy face. Okay, now I'm showing you a Python code that I use for creating this NFTs. So I provide the code here, but basically what you can do, you can go over PyCharm, new project. You can just create a new project. And in that project, you can go under that project and new Python code and copy and paste the files that I provided for you. Just keep in mind the files random underline figures, and you need to have two folders in the same location. You need to have the template and collections. So first that you create this project, you may not have folders over there. So let me just show you what you might face. So let me show you. So I go to File, New Project, and I name it as a class NFT. For the environment, you can make a new one, but you might maybe already developed an environment. So I just want to pick that one because I already installed some packages, but no worries. You can also pick a new environment. But, I use the previous one. Both of them should be fine as long as you have Python on your laptop. So create. So let's just name it class NFT Python. Create. New window. That gives me main file and also main folder. What can you do? You can find a location of that project. So NFT project Python. No, not this one. Let's see what was the address. Is document class NFT Python. So I go to my documents, class NFT Python. You need to make two folders here. One for template, another for collection, which just shows the result of NFTs. And also, please copy and paste the file that I provided for you. That file is random figures I provided through Moodle. Just copy from here and paste it inside your class project folder. So here, I just copied the location that I want to do my project. If I go to PyCharm, you can see that you have a new file here. So within this file, I'll look at two folders. One folder has the name of template and the one collection. Each collection shows the NFTs that you created. Template is the location of the basic files, the features that you created. So over class NFT Python, I right-click, new, and I select directory. One of them, I name it as a template, enter. Second one, I go to, again, class NFT Python, right-click, new, directory, and second name, collection. Then, I I go to the folder that I created my features. I select all of them, copy, and I go to my class Python project, and on the template, I just paste all of them there. So the reason I have these addresses, so one for collection, one is for template, is if you go to random figures, you see I use those folders. So again, if you change this collection or template, you have to just change them here. So again, this is your own code. If you just do whatever I did, you can reproduce my results. Otherwise, you can have different features, you can have different combinations, you can have different folders. It's all on you. So if you're a Python programmer and you have good experience, so you can just do by yourself. So as you see, I imported random package and all. So or they usually call it a pillow package. So if you don't have it, so just on PyCharm, go to the bottom right. There's a Python 10.10 crypto env. Click, select your interpreter. And then go to interpreter setting. So click on this add button, search for pillow, select the first one, and then click install package. Random should be a default Python package, but if you don't, it doesn't work for you, just again select this add button and install random package. So anyway, as you see, I have 3 options for each feature. For BAGR, stands for background, 3 for face, 3 ears, 3 for eye, 3 for nose, mouth, and other. So look what I'm saying here. So let me just modify the code a little bit here. I give you the modified one later on. Code is perfectly fine, but for the people who are not Python programmer, might be a little challenging. So let me just make it easier. So look, it has in the first section, I'm just saying, just keep in mind there's 3 features for 3 options for each feature. I'm just saying that pick a random option. So pick one of the features for background, face, ears, nose, mouth, and other. And with image.open, just go to the folder of template and open just a random background, face, ear, eyes, nose. And the last part, I'm just saying that, okay, so now when you have features, just paste them together and create a new NFT and then save the figure into this address. So the address comes, initial part of the file name is happy face. It would be saved in the collection folder. It has the combination name of each feature. So again, no, if you're not Python programmer, that should be fine. If you're a Python programmer, probably you know what I'm doing here. So in case you have issues, please just see me during my office hours or ask me during the class. So right click, run random figures. So as you see, I'm just saying that from I into range of 1 to 20, it just means it just create 20 different options, and just each time, in each iteration of 20, it just select random features and paste them together and save it into this address. I go to NFT class and in the collection, these are NFTs that we just create. So if you want to see more, maybe you can just raise it to 100. Right click, run random figures. Let's look at the folder. No, not this one. This one. So these are the different combination of NFTs. I don't see any pipe here. So let me look at my template. Pipe is there, but it's not selected. So let's just increase to 200 or let's say 300 to see if the pipes is selected. Let's look at template, but not template. Go to the collection folder. Yeah, pipe is a very rare element, but anyway, these are NFTs. If you want to see all of them, you need to replicate this process 2,187 times, but I think it's good for now. So the next part of today's session, we try to put our NFTs into a NFT marketplace. Just for fun, I select this one. With this figure. And so one thing oh, so look, I didn't have any hair, but you can just modify and add hair too. So I had ear, face, background, face, ear, eyes, nose, mouth are not hair. So if you want, you can just add that too. Let me just add it. So h equal random choice ear hair now equal 3. And here I add one feature for hair. And here I also paste that feature. Okay, let's run it again. Also, I'm adding str. For hair. Okay, run is finished. Yeah, finally we have some hair. So I think I just deleted it because it's just mixed with the previous NFTs. I run it again, right click, run. Let's go to the folder. So just creating different new features. Okay, now let's select some of them. So I select maybe this one. Maybe this one. Maybe what else? Let's select this one too. So I picked 3 of them, and I make a new folder here. NFT selected. As you see, pipe hasn't selected, so maybe it's a red element. Maybe you can run this project for all the combinations and just consider more cost for the NFT that has pipe in it. But anyway, these are the 3 NFTs. So the next part of the class, I show you how to mint them over Solana network and how to sell them. Okay, one of the things that came into my mind that I need to add a +1 here, because when you do a range, and so the first element is included, not the last element. And if you see, the last element 3. So if I put 3, last element, which is 3, will never be selected. It just be 1 and 2. So we just have, for example, face 1 and 2 or other 1 and 2. If you want to, all of the 3 would be selected, I need to put the range of 1 to 4. So it's the reason after these names, I put +1. So even the last element could be selected. Let me run 300 times and just select the best NFT that is looks like for us. It looks better for us. So I run random figures 300 times. And let's go to the collection folder. Oh, it gave me some permission error. So let me just click all of them again. Yeah, since some of them maybe under antivirus expectations. So let's just clear this one, right click and run them again. Let me go to the collection folder. Okay. If you can see pipe now. So because the first one, it couldn't include pipe. Okay, the run is finished. I go to collection. Let's pick some cool one. I think this one is really look cool. This one, maybe this one looks cool. Maybe this one. So I picked 3 of them. I go to NFT selected, just do these ones and have the new ones. Okay, now how to mint them. You need to select a good marketplace. Source is a good one, but if you Google, you can find different marketplaces. Okay, in here, I've listed some Solana NFT marketplaces. We can just pick any of them. And if you Google, you can find more, but for today, let's just do it. So, Source marketplace. So, select this one. Okay, so first you need to connect your wallet. I select Phantom. Okay, so here I put the username and password, then I connect. So my wallet is connected. I go to create NFT. And like create collection, both of them are fine. So I see it has some different sections. I can have a collection because I have 3, but let's just do one by one. So it asks me to provide a static preview. So for the preview, I select one of them, maybe this one. This NFT selected. You can have an animated preview. I don't have it, so then upload the actual one. So for the preview and the actual one is the same. So I pick this one, titled Happy Face underline 1. So this is an NFT created for the first created in the first blockchain course at Clark University. Like you. Is belong to a collection of 3 NFTs. Then and I can say the significance amount of say would be dedicated for developing blockchain research at Clark University. And the royalty, so a good description said basically you can just dedicate a portion of each sale to be rewarded to the author or creator, which here is me. So I would say maybe 15%. This is for URL. I put www.clark. Let me just put my own profile. Let's disregard for now because I'm not sure about the legal issue at Clark University. For the tag, I put Clark University. There is no for that. So let's say drawing. Pixel art. Graphic. So license, please read this documentation, but I'm selecting the second one. I'll just say that you can use as a personal picture or maybe your avatar, but don't use it for commercial or reselling. It's not a part of collection right now, so I would say traits one of one, and it's not SFW. So look, if you go up, it asking me to the storage cost is 0.000000176, almost less than pennies. And so, but if I want to mint it, I should have some money in my soul, which at this moment I don't. So what can I do? I can purchase it from an exchange company, or there's other ways, but easiest one is exchange. I have Binance as my exchange company. So what can I do? I went there. I've sent some US dollars into my account, and I purchased some Solana. As you see here, I have almost three Solanas. So what can I do? After buying Solana, I can send them to my wallet and then mint my NFT. And you can watch good YouTube videos about how to create account in Binance or any exchange companies. So I'm not necessarily a fan of Binance. So there's so many other exchange companies like Coinbase, Crypto.com, OKCoin, or if you're from other countries, maybe your country also you have some exchange companies such as Vazir in India. But anyway, after purchasing your Solana, you can send them to a wallet. So I select over Solana. I select withdraw. I pick Solana amount. Let's just send over 2 Solanas. Here I need to provide my address. This address is same as my Phantom wallet address. So I select Phantom. And at the top here, there's the address here. I select that address to be copied, and right click and paste it here, and preview retrieval. So it asks, the fee is 1.0 SOL, which is 35 cents, and it send 1.99 SOL to my wallet. I select withdraw. I need to provide the code here. So for security purposes, let me stop share here. I need to wait a little bit so my withdraw to be completed. So the transformation is completed. So if you go over my Phantom wallet, you see I have 1.99 SOL in my account, which is worth of almost $70 at this time. And also, if you take my mouse over wallet, you see the amount is here too. Also see, you cannot change edit your NFT after you send it over blockchain. Let's see. Title, happy face one. Just instead of one, I mustache man. Happy face mustache man. Let's just edit this one. If you click university, okay. I have to get it in the first university. That sounds good to me, so let's just mint it. I need to approve over my wallet. Let me just approve again. So, congratulations, your NFT has been successful. Check an official word. This may not appear evidently. You on Solana. See your mint. Okay. So here you see the information about this NFT. So minted, observe, happy face mustache. Anyway, it looks cool. Let's just create a collection. Happy faces. First NFT collection. In blockchain course at Clark Uni. This is the first collection of NFTs created at blockchain course. Blockchain course at Clark University. Most of the significant part of NFT dedicated for the technology. That's for a header. Okay, for header, let's just consider this one. I've for the icon image, I've select one of them. Document NFT. I select that. Let's just put this one. Promotional banner. I haven't designed a banner here, but let's just put this one. It's unnecessary. So pixel art, drawing, happy man. Assume for upcoming collection, Twitter account, Discord, Telegram, Instagram, website, whatever. I want to create the collection anyway. So let's create collection. It might take a while to get uploaded, and so again, no worries. It may take a little bit of time. So I simply recommend to see documentation on Solsi, how to create NFTs and like also collections, so on and so forth. And also keep in mind we had a course about marketing, so you can also practice the marketing techniques for promoting your NFT. Okay, thank you very much and take care.